Well, guess it's that time again. Yep. I'm going to sit down and have a little bit of a chat today regarding DBD yet again. Now, before we start this video, if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Wi-Fight. I have been quite critical of this game's state for a while now, and for those of you who have been around a pretty long time, you've probably noticed that over time, my bursts of, I guess let's just call them energy, they've began to diminish, right? And it's mostly because of things like this, what you're seeing on screen right now. To be completely honest with you, I recently have been playing DBD quite a bit, actually. I've been grinding on and off camera. I've been streaming it a little bit more than recently. And a lot of people say that there are subtle cheaters in DBD. What you're seeing on screen right now is blatant cheating. And within the past 3 or 4 months, I have been submitting reports to BHVR's website. I have been getting responses from them saying they've taken action. Sometimes the cheating's so bad, I report them in game, and that's enough, and I get notified they're banned within 24 hours. But it's just, for some reason, the cheating has gotten so much worse this past 2 months, and these people they're not even trying to hide it. It's absolutely insane. There's going to be a clip of a Dwight cheating later on in the video, and I was kind of skeptical on whether or not he was cheating, but the reason why his name is censored in the video is because his name was a link to a website that would steal your data. And the only reason I know that is because I ran it through a website scanner. But this increase in cheating, I feel, is because of something that BHVR said they're going to be doing. And recently, BHVR released a post on Steam basically saying that they're going to be forcing users to update certain parts of their PC, including their motherboard BIOS, amongst other things, because apparently these older versions have exploitable things that you can do with them. I don't know how cheating works, to be completely honest with you. All I know is that this is not going to solve the problem entirely. Sure, it might help, but I think the reason why these cheaters are getting really bad is because they're trying very quickly to promote their cheats to make a last effort, last ditch cash grab, really. I recently went against a cheater on stream. It was already kind of a miserable stream. I wasn't really feeling it. And it was the last game of the night. This cheater had a YouTube channel linked via their name. And on this channel, they uploaded, I think, 3 or 4 videos of them just rage hacking, bullying killers. They went down once and they just teleported themselves to the exit gate and left. And it's just, this has gotten so out of hand, combined with the absolutely miserable state that the killer role is in right now, objectively. It's gotten so bad, I'm starting to become apathetic, really. And that's never a good thing. I think a great example would be the Star Wars films. You know, diehard fans, over the span of the 3 Disney sequel movies, many of them, including me, just ended up stopped caring, really. We stopped caring because everything we saw and loved was slowly but surely being destroyed in front of our very eyes, and that's kind of the same state I'm getting to. I recently made a YouTube post celebrating the nerfing of Sprint Burst and Vigil, right? And upon further reflection, I realized very quickly that while Sprint Burst is being nerfed and Vigil's being nerfed, first of all, Vigil is still going to be a #1 pick, without a doubt. Because old school Vigil, although it did stack with other Vigils, it was 30%, right? This one's going to be 40%. So although it doesn't stack anymore like it used to, it's still going to be viable enough to run, right? It's just passive gain for doing nothing. And the pallet density is still a problem. Dead Hard's still a problem. I mean, I've made entire videos talking about the problems of this game and how they disproportionately affect the killer role, without a shadow of a doubt. All of these problems combined with the increased cheating, it's just, it's insane, man. There comes a point where you just have to ask yourself, why the hell am I even playing this game right now? You know? And that's why I'm proud to announce that I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I pre-ordered Halloween the game. I plan on streaming this game like crazy the moment it drops. I mean, we're talking probably like 3 or 4 hour streams every other day for at least a week, you know, maybe every day. That's kind of pushing it though, but I love this game to death. I love the fundamental aspects of this game, right? Like the idea that this game in its basic form is good enough to host multiple horror icons, slashers from all across the genre itself, right? That's an amazing thing, but to see them just continuously being bashed over the head by a big old bat that has the word nerf labeled on it, it's getting ridiculous, man. You know, I was somewhat harsh on the addition of Jason Voorhees, and I rated him overall a 7 out of 10. And a lot of people thought that was a horrible rating, when 7 out of 10 is above average. 5 out of 10 is average, right? And keep in mind, F13 fanboy here, through and through. Grew up with the stuff, love Jason, awesome franchise. And now he's just so mid. I feel like I'm playing most of the time Ghostface, really. He's not as bad as Ghostface, but he's pretty close after the nerfing of Sauna Rock. And there's just so many... It's death by 1,000 cuts, really. This video was originally going to be about cheaters in DBD, but while I'm sitting here thinking of this, it's just... my fatigue of the killer role has reached its absolute peak. And again, for those of you who've been around on this channel for long enough, you've known that... so there have been periods in time where I've taken month-long breaks from this game many times throughout this channel's history. And the reality is, while I will continue to make, you know, videos about DBD and soon to be videos about Halloween the game, I can't bring myself to play it constantly unless I'm playing the survivor role. I know, shocking to hear. Coming from a killer main, by the way. And at the point of making this video, I have been playing survivor so much recently because it's the only way to somewhat enjoy the game on a consistent basis. I've been playing survivor so much, I went from a 4-to-1 killer main to a 3-to-1 killer main. I have doubled the amount of hours I've played Survivor in this past month since the Black Banquet started. And I hate it. I don't like playing Survivor because it's boring, right? The only way I can actually enjoy playing Survivor is if I'm playing with 2 or 3 people. When I do Swift, we don't bully the killer, right? We don't go out of our way to run full meta stuff. I think the most meta we'll get is probably Stakeout Hyperfocus, right? Just so we can keep on top of gens, because we're all pretty bad and we end up going down within like the first 30 to 40 seconds usually in chase. And we do lose quite a bit because we're not giving clock callouts. We're not sweating, right? We're just playing the game in a casual manner together as friends. And despite not taking the game seriously, despite playing in a more somewhat casual manner, I still have a above 50% escape rate with Shane. And the reason why I bring up Shane specifically is because he was released recently and I got him day 1. I have only played Shane in Swifts. So the fact that he's my main now technically according to the DBD stat tracker, the official one, the fact that I have over a 50% escape rate with Shane as a survivor, air quotations, that's not a good thing, man. The name survivor implies you're surviving. You should not be escaping 1 out of 2 trials every other trial. That is just ridiculous. There's no world where that makes sense. And it just goes to show that this game, it has been and most likely will continue to be balanced around survive with friends. It's pathetic, really. Sadly. And while I don't think Halloween the game will be killing Dead by Daylight, I do think it's safe to say that it will be decent competition, which should therefore lead to DBD getting better in the long run. Regardless, that's all I got to say today. little bit of a bummer of a video, but that's how I feel, man. That's how I know so many of you feel. It's miserable, dude. You got people complaining on Twitter about going against the same killers over and over and over, and it's like, what do you expect, man? When you run Dead Hard Decisive Strike in all this bullcrap, like, what do you expect? Of course you're going to be seeing ghouls. Of course you're going to be seeing blights. You're going to be seeing nurses. You're going to be seeing the same killers over and over again because they're the only ones that can keep up with this nonsense. In the end, let me know what you guys think down below. Are you excited for Halloween the game? Have you pre-ordered it? Do you think you're going to play it? Maybe buy it in the future? I'm pretty excited. I've been keeping up with the game's development via Ilphonic and their YouTube channel. They post quite a bit of cool snippets and stuff there. But, yeah, man. I hope you guys have an amazing day and or evening. God bless you all. If you liked the video, feel free to drop a like and or subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.